Impromptunes acknowledges that this podcast is recorded on the traditional lands of the Boonwurrung peoples of the Kulin Nation. We pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging and celebrate their enduring connections to country, knowledge and stories.
Impromptunes, 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 imprompt. Do you hear the people improvising?
Good people of the world, thanks for tuning in to Impromptunes, the completely improvised musical podcast. Now here they are, the cast of Impromptunes.
G'day everyone, it's Emmet Nichols here, and you are listening to Impromptunes, the Impromptunes musical, starring me, Emmet Nichols, the creator and director of the troupe Impromptunes. If it's your first time you're listening, you'll know that the troupe is actually called Impromptunes, but it's a little in-joke because we get called Improvtunes, Impro-tunes, Improp-tunes, and a whole bunch of things. And I've got two wonderful performers in the room with me. Alexia, Brinsley.
Hello. I was like, what have I walked into? Impromptunes. Gosh,
Impromptunes.
changed.
What, you must get called things other than Alexia. It's an interesting name.
Yeah, I do get Alexis a bit, and Lex, and Alex, and Lexi.
Do you like...
My dad calls me Pooh.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, he just always says, my little Pooh. I don't know, it's kind of cute, but like I wish it stopped like 20 years ago.
Yeah, I guess like people do have an intimate relationship with their own poos, but then they also send them away, which, I mean, you used to be in New Zealand.
Yeah,
so.
like a Pooh, I was sent away as well.
Yes, you've been flushed to the shores of Melbourne. Thank you, Teresa. Ewan, welcome to the pod.
Yes, hello.
Hello. What about you? Do you get Teresa or?
Oh, I get loads of like random stuff. I get a lot of Terry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
People nickname you Terry.
Yeah, they just like don't know me,
Teresa.
and I'm not a Terry. You know what? We all know.
There's nothing Terry about
No,
you.
not at all.
It'd be like T over Terry.
Exactly, that's what
T.
people call me. People call
Well,
me
you're
T.
Ms. T, aren't you? Isn't that what? Is that? It's your Discord
your
name.
stage
That's my
name.
disco
Don't want to
name.
out you.
That's my
It's your disco name.
My disco name and my Discord name.
But there's a big difference between Discord and disco, isn't there?
Well,
Discord's
Disco,
like a
baby.
gaming chat thing. I'm sure many of our listeners know about it. But what do your students call you when you're teaching?
Teresa.
Okay, cool.
My name.
And so where does Miss T come from?
Oh, I just used it, but people call me like, it's just a thing. But I nicknamed myself. But no, T is like what my family would call me or my friends. So
Right.
Never
please,
suck.
please go ahead. My surname is really problematic though because it's
Ewan.
Ewan.
Yeah.
And I'm like Ewing, Human, Owen,
It's an
Evan.
unusual surname.
And then people are like Ewan, like Y-U-E-N, and it's just very, yeah. So it's it's a toughie.
I when people meet me, they usually say what when I say what my first name is.
Oh, okay.
So when I do a coffee order, I just say Nick because my surname
yeah.
is Nichols. It's just easier that way. But also, my students sometimes call me Mr. Nickel, which I find so annoying. Like,
really?
Yeah, just dropping the S.
So you're a plural, not a
Mr.
singular.
Nickel.
I'm a plural, not a singular.
Yeah.
Remember when I first met you, I called you Emmet.
Oh,
for
yeah.
a solid year.
I remember.
Literally, Emmet. I was
Yeah.
like, this is Emmet.
Yeah, it was so weird. And I was like, I called you out on it and I was like, what?
Like
are you
so
saying?
many times, I just couldn't get it.
Emmet. Yeah,
And then-
because technically it's,
Emmet.
the same thing.
Is it like
You just
emit
emphasize-
or
We just
like,
met. No, it was just
It would
Emmet.
be like if you were Alexia
Yeah, exactly.
or Teresa.
You had to like
Teresa.
add a punch, like
Teresa.
Emmet.
Emmet.
Yeah.
I taught you how to say my name.
Emmet.
How lovely. Well, we also have Morgan in the studio.
or Morgan, as Alexia called it for 6
Morgan.
months.
Yeah.
Morgan.
Who is on tech and also the creator and founder of the tech setup of the Impromptunes studio.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also the editor of the podcast. So
Yes.
without whom this wonderful art form would not exist.
And if we're not nice to him, he cuts us out. So
Yeah,
everyone
he's just
loves
edited
Morgan.
single individuals from entire episodes. There's actually 4 of us recording right now. And of course, Jake, well, the 4th, but anyway, you get the joke. Don't over-explain, it's fine. We also have Jake Leaney on keys, and we just recently finished our Melbourne Comedy Festival season, which went excellently.
Very nice.
So thank you for coming along, if you did indeed come along to our show. But Jake Leaney arrived 40 minutes early for this recording, out of habit, due to the earlier call time of our comedy festival show, which is a real treat. So Jake and I have shared a meal, and by that I mean he's watched me eat the dinner that I was eating when he arrived. So we also have a Patreon to keep the podcast going. So shout out to Aero Guy 76, who I was fortunate enough to meet in person at the shows. Lovely guy and a big fan of the show. So thank you for getting on board and supporting the Patreon. And indeed, all of our Mickif audiences. How did you guys enjoy the festival?
Oh, it was so much fun.
The best.
First time performing in front of audiences and hearing people.
In your life.
In my life.
Never been on the stage.
How was your one-woman show, by the way? Oh, God.
No one game. It was really nice, like the energy. Like obviously the Morgan in the corner on tech laughs a little bit, but it's just so nice having
to have 90
a room
of him.
people. Yeah.
Little inspiring.
Energy is unparalleled.
Oh, it was so cool. We had a Monday night, which was our nearly biggest Melbourne show ever.
Yeah.
About halfway through the season, and then it just kind of maintained from there. So thank you for getting along, and I think that I think we all really enjoyed chatting with the fans after the show.
Yeah, we got to meet heaps of people either outside the show or in the drinks queue.
Yes.
Which we all rushed to immediately.
Yeah.
Those $6 champagne.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thirsty work.
Loved them.
Hopefully you'll see us at Trades Hall again next year in Melbourne Comedy Festival, or otherwise keep an eye on the socials, get on there, Facebook, etc. See what we're up to. But Covey Wobies, know me's, as they say. I think that was a campaign line.
We need to do show weave.
Yes. That's better.
No gobies, homies.
Speaking of doing a show, let's do one now. I'm rustling through the Bowl of Destiny, which is full of titles that you've provided to us listeners through, social media, or also a form on our website.
Fancy.
The titles of musicals that never exist and will never exist again after today, but we're going to make them up on the spot. And the one that I've drawn out right now, oh my God, this is amazing. Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Chloe Max. And I love the fact that Chloe's surname shows how much she wants to rule the world.
Maximum amount.
Thank you, Chloe, for your suggestion. Everybody Wants to Rule the World. I'm very excited to do this. Big superhero fan, which is where my brain's immediately going. But we'll see. And Impromptu presents for the first, last, and only time. Are you ready, Alexia?
I'm ready.
Are you ready to restart?
I am ready.
Are you ready, Emmet?
Jake sounds ready for Impromptu presents Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Take it away. Everybody has a dream, some are more grandiose than yours. Everybody has a dream to have so much more.
Everybody has a dream to live and be supreme. Everybody has a dream to be more.
Everybody has a dream to be bigger than they are. Shoot for the moon, and if you miss, you're with the stars. Everybody has a dream to be bigger than they are. If you shoot through the moon, if you miss, you're with the stars.
Every boy and every girl, everybody wants to rule the world. Every boy and every girl, oh, 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 oh. Every boy and every girl, everybody wants to rule the world. Every boy and every girl, oh, oh.
But not everybody gets that dream. Not everybody gets the dream they want. They keep on crawling, screaming, trying, beaming to get there, but they don't.
Not everybody gets their dream. Sometimes it's obscene how hard it is to live the life you want. It can't come true.
Every boy and every girl, everybody wants to rule the world. Every boy and every girl, oh, wow. Every boy and every girl, everybody wants to rule the world. Every boy and every girl, and those who fail just don't have the clout. Those who fail don't shriek and shout. They don't take what's in store for them. They're not the kind of women and men. Every boy and every girl, everybody wants to rule the world. Every boy and every girl, every boy and every girl, everybody wants to rule the world. Every boy and every girl. And well, when I'm king, you'll all be pesky little ants, Olivia.
I don't know, when I'm queen, you'll be gnats to trample underneath my feet. Stomp, stomp, stomp.
Yes, the gnats and the ants will cower before us, won't they, Olivia?
Yes.
Like
Gerald?
Like this pathetic weasel, Josephine.
Stop grinning, Josephine. You look like a fool.
Oh, but when I'm a princess,
A princess? That's not even the highest form of feudalism.
I really want to be a princess.
Oh, you can be a little toy poodle.
Yes.
The lowest form
Woof,
of dog.
woof, woof.
Well, I guess even the queen has toy poodles.
Yes, she does, Josephine. And look at her, like yapping like a little dog, like a sweaty little yappy dog now, Olivia.
Yeah, it's like a tiny little woofy dog. Woof, woof, woof.
Show us your curly, waggy tail, Olivia. Josephine.
So hard to tell if you guys are my friends or you're bullying me.
The line is so fine.
Ha! You're pathetic. Oh, wasn't that a bit of fun, Olivia? I love watching them
good
grovel.
Time. She looks so sad. Do you see the little tiny, tiny tears in her tiny, tiny eyes? Huh?
Yes, I love having so many younger siblings, don't you, Olivia?
I know.
Twins, you and I, born at the exact same time, exited from our mother's vagina at the exact same time.
Side by side into the world under a full moon.
Yummy, yummy. Yes, as all of those who were born to great power are.
Yes.
I was looking at the left half of the moon. You were
and I was looking at the right.
The dark side and the light. You and
Exactly.
I, yin and yang,
Yin
Olivia.
and yang, like two peas in a pod, but two dark peas in a very,
and
very
two
dark
peas that came out of the vagina at the exact same time.
Side by side under the full moon.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm feeling rather wolfish today, aren't you, Olivia?
I am.
You're not going to start barking like a little dog, are you?
No.
Because then you'd be like pathetic little Josephine.
No. Werewolves like us are wolves.
Yes, we're top dogs.
Yes, we are. Grrr. Alpha twins.
Yes.
Like the Aphex twins, but alphas.
Just like the first two letters of the alphabet.
Yes.
A and A.
Yes.
Like the
side
capital
by
A and the
side.
Wait a second.
What?
Well, there's a capital A and a lowercase A, isn't there?
Well, we all know who the capital A is, and it's not you.
Well, I was going to say the same thing. One of these days, our twinniness is going to be the death of us.
Yes. One of these days, we will no longer be side to side underneath the full moon. One of us will be top diggity dog.
So then,
Gerald.
Olivia, you've been thinking the same thing as I.
A contest?
Not a contest.
Oh, gosh. Okay, obviously not.
A lifelong game of treachery.
Yes.
In which at one point, one of us will deceive the other and finally usurp their power.
Yes. But who will it be?
Well, obviously me, the capital A, and obviously you feel the same way because we're twins and I can hear what you're thinking.
I can hear what you're thinking.
That's what makes it so hard to trick you.
I know. Twin telepathy makes it virtually impossible to get one over the other one.
Exactly, because we always know exactly what the other person is going to say. Let's say our favourite food on the count of three, or the food that we're thinking of. One, two, three. Vegemite.
Vegemite.
Did you say Velvamite?
I said Vegemite. I just was eating a piece of it as we spoke because I knew you were going to say it and I'd already made myself a piece of toast.
Well, I'm willing to believe you, Olivia, if you can prove yourself this time.
Oh, good Lord.
I'll accept that it was a simple flub of the tongue because you are indeed eating the Velvamite as we speak.
Velvamite is delicious.
Oh, Velvamite is the most expensive kind of Vegemite.
I know.
That's why.
Vegemite's for peasants.
Our wealthy family.
Velvamite is what real top dogs
All right,
eat.
well, what's your
Okay.
favourite drink then? On the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
Coca-Cola.
Orange juice.
Fuck. Goodness sakes.
Coca-Cola. It's so bad for you. Not like healthy orange juice made from natural sweet oranges.
No villain is going to be drinking natural, healthy oranges. Villains go for toxins.
Villains?
Didn't you read it?
Olivia, I'm offended. You think of me as a villain?
Well, that's normally the outcome when two werewolves come out of their mother's vagina at the same time, side by side, under the moon.
This is why you're
One
the
of
dark
them-
side of the moon and I'm the light.
You were the dark side, I was the light.
I crave power so that I can be benevolent and kind. People love dogs. I mean, Josephine loves dogs so much that I allowed her to be one. We chatted about it earlier, 10 minutes earlier. Oh, you pathetic little worm, what do you want?
I wanted what you want. I want to be dog.
Well, I'm happy to do it for you.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I love controlling things.
Okay, make me a dog.
I'll see you in 7 minutes.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if she was that keen about it, but whatever.
What did you infer that I didn't?
What did I infer that you didn't? Well, let's go 9 minutes earlier, shall we?
Fine. Sure, slightly less time. Of course you'd do inferior amount of time in your flashback.
Are you happy being a dog?
I just want friendship.
Well, roll over.
Okay.
As you can see, she just wanted friendship.
Well, you didn't think about 8 minutes earlier than that.
Ha ha!
Ha-ha! But anyway, never mind all that.
So, best twins, worst rivalry, obviously.
Clearly. I mean, we're perfectly matched.
We are.
That's what I've always loved about you and I. We're peas in a pod. We're werewolves from the same
China.
exit point. Oh, being a twin is like being no other. A twin boy sister with a twin girl brother.
Being a twin is never being alone. A twin or brother that you have at home.
Being a twin is so kind of fun. You always win and the other one has won.
Being a twin is so special. When you win, it's extra special.
But same can get kinda lame. Same can get kinda lame. But same can get kinda lame. Same can get kind of lame.
Let's sing it again.
Same can get kinda lame. Same can get kinda lame. Of course you'd copy me. Same can get kinda lame. Same can get kinda lame. Being a twin is so much fun. You've always got a +1 by your side.
Being a twin is finest, but sometimes you want to minus the other guy.
Sometimes you want superiority, but other times you claim isolarity.
Being a twin is having a permanent best friend, or it's a best friend you sometimes want to bring to an end. Cause
Same can get kinda lame. Same can get kinda lame. Don't you think? Same can get kinda lame. Same can get kinda lame. Shadoopy-doopy-doo. Same can get kinda lame. Same can get kinda lame. Oh yeah, same can get kinda lame. 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 I can sing it faster than you. Same can get kinda lame. So, Josephine,
Yeah,
you want to be a good doggy, don't you?
I do. I honestly, I really just want a friend.
Same.
I'm the runt of the litter. I don't have any brothers or sisters, and I just see you guys and your twin games, and you sing together, and you howl together, and you
Well, it can be overrated. But when you said runt of the litter, can I tell you something?
yeah,
Well, when I was being birthed from my mother's canal,
side by side.
well, I say so, but I do have a distinct memory that I was sucked in the slipstream of my sister Olivia, and I never confessed it. You see, as I saw that she was exiting Mummy's birth canal at a slightly faster rate and I was pulled forth, I was kind of sucked with extra momentum and then we did exit at the same time. But if I'm honest, Josephine, she was first to start.
There was a significant first part of that.
I wouldn't say
birthing
significant.
canal. Okay.
Just noticeable. You know, sort of minor, minuscule even. I mean, we were tiny little babies at the time.
Yeah.
And my mother's vagina isn't that long, so, you know, we're talking about really microcosmic sort of sizes here. But yes, significant, I suppose.
Gerald, have you told anyone else this? You're always... No. Oh, okay.
No, go on. I was just a bit nervous when you said that.
No, I just thank you for confiding in me, you know?
That's quite right.
I'm so open about my runtiness. It's nice that maybe...
I think that's what inspired me, is that you're so confident, you're so happy to be, you know, a little bit lesser.
Yeah.
You know, like pathetically weak and insignificant.
I'm medically defected in so many ways.
But that's what I love about you, and always have, Josephine, is that although you do have, you know, hemophilia and snotitis.
And no hair.
No hair, just a whole bunch of bloody, snotty lack of hairiness.
No paws either, I just have bones straight onto the ground.
Is that why you want doggy paws, to make up for your lack of paws?
I do, I really do.
Now I understand. Yes, but I've always found you so courageous, you know, despite your hideous misfigurage. You're so brave and happy to make yourself look foolish and confess runtiness. I've never had that confidence.
I guess it feels quite nice because otherwise I'd always just be trying desperately to be something that I wasn't, and I don't know if I'd ever truly be happy, you know?
Boy, do I know a thing or two about that. It's like you're speaking to my soul.
Wow. Your cell?
My soul.
Like your actual...
I have a very British accent. I'm talking about my soul. You know, the soul that completes you and I.
Ah, I understand now.
In fact, I've always suspected that I only share a soul with my twin sister, Olivia.
Oh, your soul.
My soul.
Oh.
We definitely share cells.
I definitely
and in fact,
understand
if we ever
now.
do get committed for villainy, we'll probably share a cell, but...
Well, I guess you guys are like soulmates on some level, but...
Not cellmates, I hope.
No.
Oh.
I don't know if...
That gives me an idea.
What?
Well, if we could imprison Olivia, then she wouldn't be able to be the superior twin.
I mean...
And then we'd be so different. You see, she'd be incarcerated all the time, and I'd be free to run, and she'd probably get really good at cooking or maintaining a library, whereas I'd be able to, what am I trying to say? Enact my power onto people and influence the world.
Yeah, you'd definitely be... I mean, it's a lone wolf for a reason.
That's right.
I've always seen you as a bit of a lone wolf. Now you're standing here by yourself.
With you.
With me.
You're following at my heels like a pathetic omega wolf.
I'll support you. I'll be your right-hand dog.
Good. I'll be the alpha and you'll be the omega. I'll be the leader and you'll be so much inferior. I'll be the alpha and you'll be the omega for life.
For life.
I'll be the alpha and she'll be the omega. She'll be the follower and I'll be the leader. I'll be the alpha and she'll be the omega for life.
For life.
Stuck in a cell, you can't do very well. Stuck behind bars, she won't get very far.
When she's stuck behind four walls, she won't be able to have it all. When she's stuck behind four walls, she's bound to fall.
Yeah, I'll be the alpha and she'll be the omega. She'll be the follower, I'll be the leader. I'll be the alpha and she'll be the leader for life.
For life.
Stuck inside a jail, she'll be sure to fail.
Only getting in with a set of keys, she will totally decease.
Stuck inside a prison, she won't be evil to get a rhythm.
Protected by an evil god, she'll never get in her heart.
Oh, I'll be the alpha and she'll be the omega. She'll be the follower. follower. I'll be the leader. I'll be the alpha and she'll be the omega for life, for life. I'll be the alpha and she'll be the omega. She'll be the follower. I'll be the leader. I'll be the alpha and she'll be the omega for life, for life.
Oh, what's this? A Vegemite sandwich here in the middle of nowhere? Oh, does this belong to anyone? I don't think so.
Snap! I'll be the alpha and she'll be the omega. She'll be the follower, I'll be the leader. I'll be the alpha and she'll be the omega for life, for life, for life.
Oh, stop your howling there. You can only see a tiny bit of the moon through that tiny skylight. You're not a big fancy werewolf anymore.
I know, I've been betrayed. Being betrayed by my twin. I suppose it's not entirely unexpected since we did vow to bring treachery upon each other for our entire lives.
Yeah,
but
a life of treachery was the reason for your admission into this prison, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had to fill out a form to get you in here.
Who filled out a form?
It was some, little puppy with, bony feet. Yeah.
That tiny, not fluffy traitor. I can't believe she teamed up with Gerald to take me down and imprison me here in Woods End Prison for the criminally criminal.
Yeah, she seemed obsessed with Gerald as well, obsessed.
Sorry, my man, what is your name?
My name is Frederick.
I've seen you walking up and down every day, hitting the bars with your truncheon and saying things like, all's well, and stop gnawing at the bars.
Yeah, I like to keep order in this place. I like to keep it strict, but with a nice sort of casual charm as well.
It's very welcoming, while also being terrifying.
Yeah, I know, you could die, but you might have a bit of a good time.
Yes, you would die, but here's a lovely cushion to do it upon.
Yeah.
I like your style, sir.
Oh, thank you. I like you telling you that you like my style.
Sorry, I'm not a great listener. What was your name again?
Frederick.
Frederick. Lovely.
Olivia.
That's me. I know, it's on the form.
You're one of my
apparently.
favourite cellmates who's come in here, Olivia. I will tell you that. You're one of the strongest howlers there.
Thank you.
I don't like it. I only like 10 howls in a row. It's
10
too many
howls?
otherwise.
Okay.
But it's quite nice
the 15
sounding.
last week was
Too many.
Too many.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I've been here for years. Years and years.
Have you lost track of time?
I have.
All right, well,
That's what happens when you take away someone's phone. They don't know what time it is anymore. It's just moon up, moon down, moon up, moon down. Oh.
Yeah, well, a lot of the other prison mates scratch the dates and the days into the walls with their claws.
Oh, that's a good idea.
To help you out there, it's been about 5 years.
Oh. Maybe if I was better at thinking plans, I wouldn't be in here just for innocently trying to eat a Velvetemite sandwich.
Oh, doggies, 5 years, moon up, moon down, and it's so boring. Tell me how great I am, the cadre of doggies.
You're the best, Gerald. We love you. Woof, 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 woof.
Oh, yes, what else do you love?
We love your leadership skills. We love your superiority complexes. We love everything.
No superiority complex. You mean my superiority?
Is complex.
Oh, it is.
You're a complex
Describe
wolf.
to me how you find my superiority to be complex, because I think it's very interesting as well. It's intriguing.
It's emotionally and intellectually on the same level. It's crazy.
Oh.
Yes,
But
very
that's a
complex.
high level, isn't it?
Very
That's
high.
enormously high. So very high. Oh, woof.
You're a top dog.
What a
Yes,
boring,
you're a number one wolfie.
boring 5 years of hanging around with stupid doggies.
We would never betray you or challenge you with any kind of betrayal,
I know,
sir.
it's so insufferably dull around here. I mean, everything I say you just do all the time. I mean, I suppose if I told you to jump off a cliff, you'd go and do that.
Probably.
Yeah, we should be.
Sure.
That's how we lost the other half of the cadre.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a sad, sad day.
Yes, those poor little doggies. They never learned to doggy paddle, sadly.
We just want to do everything that you say.
Yes, because you're the alpha. We're the omega. So we come second, you come
You're
first.
meager. You put the meager in omega. That's how meager you are.
Oh, so clever, sir.
Don't mess
So
up my jokes.
clever.
That was a very overt pun that I had to force into this conversation.
You were doing so well, sir. Wow.
God, pathetic.
Woohoo.
I hope my sister's as bored as I am right now.
And that's a beautiful human pyramid you just created. Wow, that's so much fun.
Moon up, moon down, the world goes round and round. Moon up, moon down, the world goes round and round. What is the wolf to do when she's here with only a pair of shoes? Nothing to keep me keen, just a light eye to keep me lean.
What is a wolf to do when everyone does what he has to say? No one to challenge him, they only obey.
Moon up, moon down, the world goes round and round.
Moon up, moon
Down, the world goes round and round.
All I ever hear is bow wow wow. They're
Bow, wow,
saying,
wow,
what do you
wow.
want us to do now?
We'll do anything
They
for
don't
you.
have a single thought in their head.
Anything,
All I
anything.
hear is clank, 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 but I got nothing to take to the bank. No challenge, no scurry, no worry, no hurry. I'm here for a long, long time.
Moon
up, moon down, the world goes round and round.
Moon
up, moon down, the world goes round and round. I gotta get some meaning in my life. I gotta cause some strife. My twin's
make
the
it better for
only
me.
one who
I
can
gotta
make
start
me
making
feel so
treachery.
merry.
I gotta have a kind of challenge. I'm gonna go so mad.
I need some treachery and I need it really bad.
Moon up, moon down.
The world goes round and round.
Moon
Up, moon down.
the world goes round
And round and round and round and round.
Oh, Josephine, this was a great idea. Thank you for helping me to burrow into the Woods End prison for the criminally criminal.
Oh, anything for you, sir. But I burrowed with my own bare bony hands,
Yes, you've just got some dry stumps.
calloused and all.
I never knew that your bony hands would be so good at digging. I mean, look at you. You have a special skill and everything.
Oh my God!
It's like your hands are shovels.
Thank you so much.
Maybe you're not a dog at all. Maybe you're a dig. You were just one letter off what you needed to be.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Oh, oh! Do I hear the sound of bony burrowing? Clink. What could it be? Oh!
Oh. Olivia, is that you?
It's me! Oh, Gerald!
We're in the same cell together.
Look at us!
I missed you, sister.
Oh, I missed you so much!
It was so
too.
boring.
It was so boring
What
without
is the pea
you.
without its pod?
Exactly. What is one side of the moon without the other?
And I'm so sorry, Olivia, but the reason that I'm second to get into this jail cell here is because I have a confession to make.
Oh.
I was second out of Mummy's vagina.
Oh, no, Gerald. You're mistaken. I was second.
What?
For a brief moment, when we were coming down the not very long birth canal, you pulled ahead
Mother
of
has
me.
a notoriously short birth
It's so
canal.
very, very short.
More
so
of a birth channel than
it
anything.
was.
Little
It was
birth
a
groove.
stream. A mere divot. But for a brief moment, as I was coming down, you pulled ahead of me and I swam my little wolfy baby body and we came out again.
That's
side
it.
by side.
You led a little at the start, then I caught up, and then I overtook, and then we finished together. It's a metaphor for our relationship, always tugging each other, challenging each other, and rising to the challenge.
Exactly, bringing out the best each other, pulling each other further down the birth canal that is life.
Oh, well, I wouldn't ever want to be without you ever again. What's that bony digging sound?
Oh, it's not bony digging, it's bony
undigging.
Oh!
Wait, you're not a dog at all or a dig. You're an undig.
What?
Sister Josephine?
Josephine!
That's right.
What have you done?
Princess Josephine?
Little Josephine?
You all think you came second out of the womb, but that's because I came first.
What?
And I pushed you back in. I was the first child.
Oh my god.
Josephine!
This jail cell does remind me of Mummy's tiny birth canal.
Oh, so close together!
I came so first, I was premature and disfigured, and I had to wait for you guys to come out. And then you abandoned me and ran off together.
Oh, Josephine!
And I found you again and I served you, but I only did this to get my revenge.
Oh, Josephine.
Oh!
You're always so angry at being disfigured and first, but don't you see? By being first, you paved the way for greatness. We'd be nothing without you.
I know, and now that you've treacherized both of us, I have a world of respect for
Newfound
your
respect.
tiny little bony hands.
I guess I really did kind of pave the way. Like, I know it was a short canal, but it wasn't very wide, so I did help there.
Thank you for
you.
imprisoning us in this jail cell. And now I'm looking at you through the bars, and I'm going to say farewell for now. But we'll find you.
Yes.
The game is afoot.
Ha! A bony foot, but a foot nonetheless.
You've dug it out this round, but we'll get the next one. And then we'll keep pushing each other forward, through life's birth canal.
Yes! Into the future!
I guess it's never just been me who wanted to rule the world then. I guess it's been everybody who wants to rule the world! Yeah, everybody wants to rule the world for any different reason. That's right, everybody wants to rule the world and hopefully commit treason.
Everybody wants to rule the world for every different reason. Not ruling for just 1 month, but ruling season after season.
Reasons after reasons, everybody wants to be number one. Reasons after reasons, everybody wants to be number one. And everybody wants to be in front in the race to be the number one. Everybody wants to be the best, better than all the rest.
Everybody wants to be the best and nobody wants to be you. If you're sitting in second place, number 2, you stinky poo.
Reasons after reasons, everybody wants to be number one. Reasons after reasons, everybody wants to be number one.
If number 3 is what you want to be, then you gotta try harder.
If number 2 is what you want to do, then you're a little boo.
I was number one, and I was there from the start to have fun. I was number one. 'Cause reasons after reasons, everybody wants to be number one.
Reasons after reasons, everybody wants to be number one.
They
They say you can't be the best unless you try. You will be the worst if you cry. You have to use strength and fight, but most of all drink some orange juice and eat some Velveeta. Reasons after reasons. Everybody wants to be number one. Reasons after reasons. Everybody wants to be number one. Reasons after reasons. Everybody wants to be number one. Everybody wants to be number. Reasons after reasons. Everybody wants to be number one. There you are, listeners. Thank you so much for Everybody Wants to Rule the World. What an amazing suggestion from Chloe Max. Thank you for getting on board. And if you want to name an Impromptunes musical, you can do it very easily.
Do it.
And if you want to be number one, maybe you could be our number one fan by giving us a 5-star review or becoming a Patreon, which is our number $1 fan. How'd you go, Teresa? I'm an actual twin, so how was it for you, Vic?
I've always wanted to be a twin, and I'm glad to have finally embraced the nefariousness of it
Yeah, that
all.
was so fun. And Alexia, what a surprise maneuver by little sister or big sister Olivia.
Yeah, I've always wanted to be a twin as well, but I was prematurely born, famously.
Yes.
So, rung true for me.
There you go. So you were just using your own life truths of wanting to be a dog.
Yeah, wanting friends.
And a princess.
Yep.
You got friends, baby.
Oh, thanks, Teresa.
Listeners, we have had such a fun time improvising this podcast for you. If you enjoyed it, please tell your friends about it because, you know, Impromptunes has an ambition to one day rule the world.
Reasons after reasons. Everybody wants to be